Okay, is it recording? It is.
Okay.
All right.
So Margaret, question number 1. What's something you think everyone should try at least once in their life?
Okay, so the pressure is on. One thing. This isn't terribly deep. Swimming is a big one, especially if you have a disability, because it really is a freeing experience to swim to not have your chair with you. All of that stuff is really freeing.
What would you say to people that have, like myself, water anxiety and like fear of drowning? And that's why I haven't tried it yet. Like I did once, but I was scared.
Did you have it before you were injured?
Oh yeah, I used to swim all the time.
Oh no, but your anxiety is now.
Oh, just around
It's a post-injury fear.
Around swimming, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, what I would say is find somebody who is experienced in teaching water safety for people with a disability, including someone with a very severe disability or a very significant barrier to movement. Because that's what did it for me, was like they told me what was happening in the pool. They told me what was going to happen, and they wouldn't let me drown. And so we just worked, and it took only like 2 hours, one visit in a pool, to learn how to instruct somebody on my barriers, as well as learn how to roll over in the event that I ended up on my face. That kind of stuff. So I felt very good about being in a pool. I swim all the time by myself in California, which I know is the wrong thing to do no matter who you are. But like in a lake or I wouldn't be by myself anyways. So it's fairly unlikely that I'm going to drown alone unless I really piss someone off. And I'm not going to take somebody down with me. I'm not crawling on top of somebody and taking them down when they try to save me if I am beginning to flail and drown. So I have confidence that I'm not going to take 2 people down if somebody has to save me and I'm getting out of control. Yeah, I would say think through all the situations where you are afraid you're gonna drown. What would make you drown when you are vulnerable enough that you need people around you anyway to swim? There was something else brilliant that I wanted to say. It's not coming to me. I don't know. I can't see. It wasn't terribly deep.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would say to that. Like, I'm trying to think. Like in terms of encouraging life value and perception, get yourself in a car accident, break your neck, and whoop-de-da. But that's a little intense.
Yeah, maybe a person doesn't have to do that as their one thing, one time.
Yeah, at least once. Okay, yeah, let's just go on to the next one. That wasn't a great one.
Okay.
What are 3 of your hobbies?
Certainly physical activity is one of my hobbies. And it's both like intense physical activity, like cycling, going to gym, as well as passive physical activity, going out for pushes, and just being as active as I can in the things that I do. So that's one of my hobbies. Sex and relationships are a hobby for me, something I'm very interested in, passionate in understanding about myself as well as about others. I don't know if this qualifies as a hobby, but I love new experiences. And so adventures, even if it's just going on a road trip somewhere I've never been or somewhere I haven't been for a really long time, that's for me a huge part of being content in my day-to-day life, is getting some adventure occasionally, if not regularly.
Especially during COVID times and winter times and all that.
And I think maybe that's even the reason I just love the little people in my life, because everything is a new adventure for them, and so they make familiar things new again. And so I do love that kind of adventures with little people, even if it's not a new experience to me. Did I say two things? So physical activity, adventure,
and your sex and relations.
Oh, sex and relationship. Yeah, and then I bake bread, so that's 4.
You always gotta put the bread in.
Yep. What do you come up with right away?
Reading, well, maybe not writing right now. Reading, drawing, and yeah, meeting new people. That's like the epitome of my days, is just, I'm gonna go out in my hallway, I'm gonna go driving and just see who's going to enter my life and whose life I need to enter, and see what the lessons are that need to be learned. I love that.
Okay, cool.
Okay. What's your go-to stress reliever?
You asked these the last night that we had.
Is this the one that we did? Well, yeah, because we did the same list.
Oh, is it the same list? I thought it was.
Yeah. That would be so hard. Come up with new questions.
I thought that you found this list. I didn't realize that you made this list.
I made this list right off the top of my head, the inspirational person I am.
Oh shit, was like, oh. Okay, you have to go because I have to plug my thing in. It's gonna die. Keep talking. I gotta plug my laptop in.
Oh, me you go. I thought you meant like, I didn't understand what you were saying.
Oh no, like I didn't mean go as we have to end. I just
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose battery power. So keep talking.
Okay, my stress reliever is probably music. Whether I'm happy, sad, whatever mood I'm in, I will blast music and play that playlist. And then just, if I'm happy, I'll just like exert that happiness. Or if I'm sad, I will just burst out crying and screaming. And then I feel better about it after my experience.
Okay. Stress relief for me, again, involves one of my hobbies, either or both. Physical activity and sex, for sure, are both stress relievers for me. But I think, what else? I find I'm in my head a lot, and when I cannot get space from that, I things start to really deteriorate for me. So it sounds like a non-productive coping mechanism, but diversion is sometimes the very best stress reliever for me for a limited time.
The limited time, that's the most important part. Like,
Yep.
You got that down pat.
Yep. So 20, 30 minutes, because experts say that it takes at least 20 minutes for cortisol levels to start to drop if you're experiencing stress. So yeah.
So you might as well, yeah, okay, no, that makes sense.
Yep. Now, are you gonna want me to repeat that?
No, why?
I'm not in the camera yet.
Oh no, that's fine. That's good enough. Your voice is there, because I think it records both.
Plus, you can separate the audio from the video, can't you? Then you could like add it to our, like you could voice over some video.
Yeah, that's a Brittany thing. If she can teach me how to do that, that'd be great. I am like the least technological person. Like I make my videos, and if there's a mistake, I don't even care. I just post it.
Are you getting followers? Like,
oh yeah, I've been posting since like 2014. I have about 4,600 followers.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then like my one video that I just posted got like 30,000 views.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's pretty cool. That's why I want to keep updating my stuff. And then me and Carissa are going to do some videos and yeah, get some stuff rolling. Okay. Well, this one's kind of the exact same thing. So I'm going to do that. Okay. What's one positive thing that happened to you this year in midst of COVID and stuff is basically the context for people that watch this post-COVID.
Yeah. One thing that happened that's positive this year. There's many, so it's not that I can't think of positive things. One thing that was very positive was meeting all of my neighbors and having a much broader relationship with my community than I had prior to COVID.
Is that in Edmonton?
Everywhere that we've been, like we were fortunate enough to spend 7 months on Vancouver Island, and I would call that my community as much as I would call here my community. And because I was so somewhat isolated while I was there and didn't already have a huge friends network there, I probably engaged with my community, the wider community, way more than I ever would have. Yeah. So that was a huge positive thing that happened to me in the context of COVID. Actually, our wheel girls, our wheel women group is probably the biggest thing.
Right. But that would have been
COVID.
Okay, yeah, I guess COVID times. Yeah, because we're gonna be going 2 years, right? This April.
We're Canada and the globe 2 years in March, but it's been 2 years in China already since December 2019. So we've been going on a long time on this journey.
Yep, and we will see how far it goes.
I don't think we'll be doing it a whole lot longer.
I hope not.
The crazy stuff, anyways. I'm seeing an end.
But happy things.
What?
We're just getting off of the COVID.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like, what? I thought you were telling me I didn't give you the information you wanted.
No, you did. You did good.
Okay.
I'm gonna say my positive thing is Wheelie Girls and moving away from my hometown.
This is a two-sided thing. I am proud of myself. I'm proud for pushing myself in education and career and achieving the things that I've achieved there. So, 2 degrees, one of them a master's degree. Using all of that education in my career, and in my career side, achieving, going from frontline worker to manager to, in my swan song job, an executive director of a small nonprofit. And then the other thing I'm proud of myself for is recognizing that my value doesn't lie in the job that I do or how much education I have, and recognizing that being healthy and being available to others is as important, and being kind to myself and taking care of myself is as important as those other achievements that everybody tells you have to have. So I'm proud of myself for embracing that. And to all you YouTube haters who I'm sure are going to comment on this, I fully acknowledge that I am very fortunate to be able to not work. And to be able to really embrace that knowledge that those things are not important. So it's not, I'm not tone deaf. I'm very fortunate.
You acknowledge.
Yeah, totally. So yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Wait, what are we going? Yeah, a lot of them are like similar. What does the world need more? Okay, what does the world need more of?
Oh, I thought you answered. Yours.
Oh, you want, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's something you're proud of yourself for? I'm really proud of myself for, I was thinking about this the other day. So yesterday, this is just a really small thing, but it goes into the larger compass of it. I and every other person with a disability, every other person with that's marginalized, stereotyped, whatever, we go out in the world and we face these small instances that add up to big ones, and that's very hard on the ego. And we make a positive inference from it. So at work yesterday, I had a gentleman literally throw a receipt at me and walk away. And I was in such a good mood, because some days that would have made me cry.
Yeah.
I was in such a good mood. I just laughed. And then the very next person, I was just like happy with. And I was just like,
Oh, you didn't let it trip you
no.
over. Yeah.
And that I was proud of myself for doing that, because usually I give in to that hate, I give in to that negativity, and then I project that onto the next person instantly. And that's not fair.
Right. They don't need to be judged by someone else's shitty behavior or impacted by.
Yeah. And so I had a lot of great conversations. I had a lot of great interactions with people after that. And I felt very proud to not let that one instance ruin the whole thing for the other people and for myself.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to take that one. Okay. What does the world, no, don't be sorry. What does the world need more of?
Oh, I remember what I answered the last time, and I will still answer the same. Public displays of affection.
Like accepting it more?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't think it's gross. There's a lot of people that don't want to see any of it ever. And I completely disagree. I think there's nothing more human than an intimate connection, and that it should not be embarrassing to see people express affection for one another, physically express affection in public. I actually mention it all the time when I see people that are having a genuine physical connection in public. Like if they're fucking each other, that's something else. But touching, kissing, hugging, I love it all. I think it's great.
I don't know if this is ageism or whatever. I love it when old people are still holding hands and they're just like, oh, it kills me.
No, I love it. I just don't think it happens often enough. And yeah.
No, that's a good one.
The world needs more of, in my opinion.
And I'm going to be cliche and just say kindness. I think I have, from my own perspective and from watching other people, because I love watching that stuff on YouTube, as soon as you show a tiny bit of kindness to somebody else, it's a huge domino effect. And sometimes like those people are remembered for the rest of their lives. Like if there was one thing, and you could even tell me if you have an example of this, there's one person that was so kind to you, or it could be something like so little that they just stepped out of their way for a second, that changed your whole life.
It was more a period of time in my life shortly after my dad died, and I was just so sad all the time. And strangers, it's not just even people that I know, it's mostly strangers, who I didn't tell people, my dad died, I'm sad. They could just see that I needed that kindness. And it happened again and again and again. And it was life affirming and affirming of my faith in humanity.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I was getting teary-eyed.
Yeah, I still do. Every time I think about, and it's silliest little things, like at the grocery store, at the gym. Yeah. So no. Yeah.
Little simple things, 100%.
Yep. And then there was the guy in the River Valley that was tweaking on something and told me to suck his cock, and that kind of a little damper on things for a little while, but other than that, it was good.
You have to, it goes both
A
ways.
lot of kindness in the community, mostly.
Mostly. Okay, let's go. What's a conspiracy theory you believe in? Let's go this way.
Oh my God. Conspiracy theory I do believe in.
If you do, and then if not, just tell me a controversial, like I was telling you earlier, controversial thing that you believe in, or I guess maybe we shouldn't do that, because if we're posting this to YouTube, there might be some really negative,
serious haters.
yeah, whatever you feel comfortable with. Because I know when I voice my opinions on my conspiracy, the other side of them, they come at you real hard.
Yeah. I would say the conspiracy that I tend to think is happening is that the newest updates for Apple products have some engineering in them to intentionally make your older devices work slower.
Oh, that's definitely a thing.
Even though they say no. So
I think that's been happening for years.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you, girl. That's a good one. I don't even think that's conspiracy. I think that's truth. Okay. We're going to get banned from all the Apple. They ain't going to put their ads on here.
They ain't going to give me all the shit they weren't giving me to begin with.
Okay.
So loyal. The hell is wrong with that?
Okay, let's go with your love language.
Oh, I am a couple love languages. I am mostly, this has changed over time. Physical touch definitely is one of my love languages. And I can never remember the right term or it's gifts.
Oh yeah.
The symbolism in receiving physical objects and giving physical objects is a big
That's what I was going to ask, because I think you have a love language of receiving and giving, right?
Yeah, I'm a receiver. I love to receive gifts as a symbol of what somebody appreciates about me, or something that symbolizes an experience we've had, or the relationship that we have, that kind of thing.
So, love that.
That's me.
Love it. Depends on the person. I'm one of those people, which I will, after this conversation with you, I will try to give a little grace. And it's the way that you grow up too, and whatever. So PDA, I'm not a fan of. Like I love like just a nice handhold, a nice like hand on your leg or whatever. So it's the right person for me. I actually don't like being hugged or touched by like other people. But
yeah, don't get me wrong. No. I don't mean disingenuine. Hi, haven't seen you forever. Let's have a hug. I love you. We should do this again in 7 years. No.
Yeah.
No, people who have an intimate connection, showing that genuine intimate connection to others is not shameful.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. So yeah, I like to be touched by my significant other, like whatever, handhold, whatever, that stuff. And I'm a big, I need to be words of affirmation. Because I'm very insecure and because I overthink everything. So I need that reassurance, which isn't their responsibility. They shouldn't have to do that. But as myself, I know that I need that. Right now, I'm in therapy. Maybe I won't need it one day. But and then the things that I love to do are gifts, but not just any gifts. Like I do handwritten letters. I do like bookmarks, hand done. Like everything that I do and give is like very thoughtful, and like it's things that you wish that you I don't know, your time and effort goes into it, and then that person knows that they feel special, and then every time they look at that, they think of you.
Yes. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yep.
Wrong pipe?
Yep. Yeah, I'm good. Ugh. Sorry.
Don't be, you good girl.
People are gonna love that.
We wouldn't.
Good.
Okay, next one. What's your talent? I'm gonna just check on my chicken burger while you're thinking of that.
My talent. I have been told, and I did not know this, and I don't actually know this to be true, that I have a very animated way of telling a story, and that I have animated facial expressions.
Well, we'll be able to tell.
Pardon?
Okay. One of the other questions was, tell us a funny joke or story. Do you want to do that right now?
Oh my God, I have to tell you something that's clean.
Or if you don't, maybe we'll get more views. If it's not a clean one.
Oh God. I don't know, like story. It's usually when I'm telling, retelling or embellishing upon a true story about myself.
Oh, there comes out the speaker talk. Listen up, my fellow listeners.
Yeah, like now I'm self-conscious. How's your chicken?
My chicken is good. It's got to come out now, so I'm going to come over there. Okay. I'm gonna say my talent is probably chugging water, because I taught myself how to do that really fast, or my drawing abilities. I'm gonna go with.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna give you another one. These ones we're getting to the top. Let's go with your favorite place you've been to.
Oh, wow. Favorite place I've been to. I don't feel like I've traveled all that much in comparison to some people. So I have a small pool of experiences to draw from. Probably would be the Hawaiian Islands. Maui, my favorite.
Oh, really?
I went scuba diving there for the first time on an accessible dive facility. I stayed in an amazing little tiny community that had an accessible trolley that ran between 4 major hotel resorts that was free. So that was super cool.
What year was this?
This is a while ago. So this would have been the year that I turned 30. So like 15 years ago, a little more maybe.
Wow. So it probably has even improved in accessibility, even though that sounds incredible.
Yeah. And then I was there to do a half marathon with another friend in a chair. And so that was a really cool experience to do that in another country with a friend. And it was a half marathon that started before sunrise, and there was like Polynesian people at the start line with torches, and so you started the race in the dark, and you did it along the ocean with the sunrise.
Oh,
So it was pretty amazing in that sense.
yeah, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, and there was just a lot of neat things to do around the island, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful climate, beautiful place to be. So yeah, that's favorite like vacation destination. I love where we have our home in California, not just because of the weather, but because it is so full of very interesting people from every walk of life. And within 2 hours, you can go on a road trip to some of the weird and quirkiest places on the planet. So we both love quirky people, quirky places, off the beaten trail kind of experiences, as much as I can get off the beaten trail.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Love it.
What about you?
Oh, don't have much experience. Probably White Rock.
BC? Years. I love White Rock.
Just sitting at the pier.
Yeah.
And just staring out and like listening to that was probably just being there with yourself. Oh, why did I do that?
Have you ever traveled to Vancouver Island?
No.
You must go. You could live in Vancouver Island, Keisha. You could live on that island, and it would be Keisha Island. Like that's kind of they're your people, for sure.
Yeah. Do you want to know my anxiety behind that?
There must be some. Tell me.
In a time to come, long in our future, there was talk about, I read one time, that it takes one tectonic plate shift and it is underwater.
Well, I guess you can't come to Southern California then, can you? We're 17 miles from the San Andreas Fault. We have tremors several times a week.
Oh,
yeah.
Too much anxiety. I can't handle it. And then like, I can't live in BC because of the fires and the evacuations all the time. And I can't do that as a quadriplegic. And so, yes, I let fear run my life, but you know what? I moved here. I did it. I'm alive.
Do you have less fear when you do more things that push your anxiety limits a little?
Depends, because then it leaves more room for more, and then I find more.
Yeah.
But I live my life. I do. But I do let fear run it. I'm in therapy, I promise. I'm just starting, so it'll help me.
Are you just starting?
Yeah, because I haven't felt that I needed it. And then I've been going through some stuff, and like I just keep doing the same patterns over and over again. And if you don't change something, why would you expect different results? So
well, and the longer you keep doing something, the harder it is to change that habit. Like the maladaptive coping behavior.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I get that.
Plus it's expensive. So my schooling pays for 4 sessions.
Oh, so I have to get her done while you're in school?
Yeah. And so I have
not get her done, but get what you can out of your coverage.
Exactly. So I have 4 sessions to figure out my daddy issues, abandonment issues, unconditional and love issues, my insecurity issues, my overthinking issues, my anxiety issues, in 4 sessions. So pray for me. Well,
do you read pop psychology or self-help books?
Well, I'm in psychology, so I get the little gist of all of it. So it does help. But I need more.
Some of the books that have like homework in them are really quite good.
Okay. I like that.
I've been for therapy, but I've also not been in a headspace where I really wanted to dump do a mind dump to somebody else.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just a safer modality to get help by reaching out for written information. Oh, son of a bitch. That
You okay?
yeah, I just got paint everywhere. To reach out through written means to a modality that kind of gave me some tools. So
Okay.
it's like I shit on my hands here, but oh well. Worst things could happen.
Have you had the new burgers at Costco? I'm gonna do a Costco shout out here. No?
Like bun and burger and everything.
Yeah, they have packages. They have 4 chicken burgers,
Yeah.
4 buns, 2 sauces, chipotle, like spicy, and then Cool Ranch, and then a huge thing of spuds for $20.
Oh God, so you got like 4 meals for $20.
I've definitely paid $20 for one chicken burger before, and
Oh, yeah.
these are the best chicken burgers I've ever had. Real close to Joey's on Barlow, but like it's literally amazing. So it's a must buy every time I go.
Like every time you go to work?
No. No, every time I go shopping.
Ah, gotcha.
I wish.
I'm like, wow, you like those burgers. That is a plug.
Yeah, they're so good though. Definitely try them one time. Oh, okay, well, that's all the questions. So I'm just gonna stop the recording. Thank you for joining me today, Margaret.
You're welcome. You put me on the spot. It's good to have to think about things that don't involve the weather or COVID.
Exactly. Deep talk is so good for yourself and others. And so that's why we're going to share our knowledge with the world.
Did you draw while we were busy yakking?
No, because I was telling you my life situation.
Oh, like
But
no, did I devastate you? Are you gonna be like, is the hamster?
okay, wait, you can't talk about it because it's still recording. And the world can't know about it.
You turned it off.
Okay, I'm turning off now. Goodbye.
Bye.